Welcome to Hope. Housing opens possibilities everywhere. Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County's new podcast for those who are interested in affordable housing in Delaware and how Habitat for Humanity works with local stakeholders to confront the affordable housing crisis and bring people together to build home, communities, and hope.
Welcome to Hope. I'm your host, Kevin Smith, the CEO of Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County. And joining me today is Donation Procurement Coordinator, Dennis Martin of our Newcastle County ReStores. How you doing, Dennis?
Very good, Kevin. I'm happy to be with you today.
It's good to have you on the podcast. Dennis goes throughout the county and to build relationships with companies that donate to our ReStores in Price's Corner in Middletown. Today, we're going to discuss the impact of making donations to organizations with outlets like ReStores, and so that folks can think about how they can help us. So first thing I want to talk to you about is just this whole procurement activity that you're involved with. What does your day-to-day look like, Dennis, week to week?
Well, I'll tell you, Kevin, there's a lot of research, a lot of planning, and some traveling involved. One of the things that I really rely on is my spreadsheet, and that keeps me on track. A very important part of that is a column that tells me when was the last time that I visited some of these businesses. So I like to kind of travel about 4 out of the 5 days. Monday's usually my day that I plan everything. I contact people and I start making appointments. And I have to do it efficiently. So what that means is if I'm up in the Pike Creek area, I want to hit as many of those places up in Pike Creek, Hocus, things like that. If I'm farther north, I want to make sure that I'm effective and traveling to places that are up on Concord Pike, just to be more efficient. And then in terms of how often I go to places, I've found that since I've been doing this, it's about 6 weeks to 8 weeks is about a good window. We want to be present enough so that they remember us, but not so much that we can be an annoyance. But that's what I usually do. Every single week, we're traveling around, usually averages between 25 to 35 businesses I visit. And I want to make sure that they have our updated information as well. That's also important. If something has changed and we're not currently accepting something, we want to make sure that they have the most up-to-date information as possible.
Mm-hmm. What kind of businesses in general are you going to go visit and ask for donations?
So it's everything that sells in the ReStore, which means we're looking at furniture places, kitchen remodelers, flooring places, anybody that has hardware, like for construction businesses. It's really a whole gamut of people. But we also branch out to assisted living places. We have connections all there, all the furniture stores, all the Lowe's. We also do a good deal of pickups at storage facilities. So we have relationships with all those folks in storage facilities as well. Along with all the residential pickups that we do too. Mm-hmm. But kitchen remodelers have been a great source of donations for us as well. There's quite a few of those. And like I said, in my spreadsheet, I have over 560 contacts, and it's growing every single week.
That's awesome. So most people, I think, are aware the ReStore takes in new and used goods and resells them back to the public. I think they're probably surprised by the fact that we do get new donations. Can you talk about that opportunity with donors? What's the circumstance you see where people are donating new items to us?
Well, as a matter of fact, we just had great donations from the Lowe's. A couple of the Lowe's in Newcastle County 2 weeks ago donated 12 brand new appliances. What we had discovered when I was talking to their supervisor was these were what they called underperforming product lines. And instead of getting rid of them, they decided to donate them to us. That is something that happens. We would love it to happen every single week. Would be amazing. It does drive sales for sure. But we had another situation where I was working with a kitchen remodeler, and they said, hey, we had a customer change their mind and they don't want the cabinets anymore. Well, they were all custom. They couldn't send them back. They couldn't really use them. So they gave us 30 brand new custom cabinets. It does happen. It's my favorite thing in the world when we get brand new items because they sell very, very well.
So, staying on the topic of material donations, I know that you and Holly, who's also involved with the donations, the drivers, you all are really focused on trying to get the best quality materials that we can. I think some people they might be used to donating to another thrift organization who pretty much will take almost anything, but we're more selective. Can you talk to us about this this balancing act of wanting people to think about us and donate to us, but we have to be careful in what we take?
Right. That's a very important point, too. We have to be selective because what we're talking about is trying to drive sales. And better quality items sell faster and for more money. And that's a whole process, too. So it starts off with Holly, where she goes over what it is that we're looking for. And we're looking for items that are good, clean, and in resellable condition. So that means that it can't be broken or damaged, have an odor to it. We just don't have the capability to fix it, and it's really just a waste of time for us. Also, we don't want to add to our trash bill, too. Some people say, oh, you get everything for free, but we do have expenses. We have truck expenses and salary and also trash. And trash has been something that we've really done a great job of cutting down because we've been selective. We're not a junk removal place. We do really are critical of what we're accepting because we have to. It's what drives our sales. If we bring in something that's not so great, it's not going to sell for a very good amount of money. And we're trying to raise as much money as possible because, at the end of the day, the ReStore is a fundraising arm for our mission. So we have to be selective. It cuts down on our trash. And I think most people are understanding, too, that we are a business. We are a nonprofit, but we're still running it as a business, and we need to be selective in what we're accepting. We do go over our donation guidelines probably once a quarter, and we kind of adjust to see what is selling and what is not selling well. For example, we recently stopped taking in beds, and people couldn't understand why. And the reason is because they don't sell very well. They're very hard to display. They don't sell very well, and they take up a lot of real estate. So when you look at it from a store perspective, how much your square footage is bringing in, it matters. And if a big bed takes a long time to sell and you're not selling it for very much money, it's kind of a waste of space. So we're always looking for high quality items because we know that they give us the great return on our efforts there.
You make a number of great points. One, I just want to emphasize, right, that I think people don't always recognize the ReStores in and of itself are fundraising vehicles. They're for-profit entities within a nonprofit. We're trying to be as thoughtful and manage this business the best way possible. Yeah, we take in donations. People get a tax donation from that, but we can't take everything because it would drive up our cost if it doesn't sell. So I appreciate you kind of outlining those things. Are there particular things that you all are looking for right now?
Always we're looking for dressers in good shape, and solid wood too. That's another part of this too that we've just kind of updated. The particle board furniture, that's great for like a one-time thing, but it's not for something to be donated. We've seen like once you move particle board furniture several times, it starts to break down. Some of the IKEA pieces, they're not so great. We're looking for solid wood furniture in good condition. Dressers have always sold well. As one customer told me, he said, everybody needs a place for their stuff. And that's true. So we're always looking for dressers, always looking for quality furniture, which means no rips, stains, or tears. And it's also important to remember, too, that if you have pets and there's pet hair on there, that's something that we have to be aware of our customers that might have allergies. So we have to be aware of any pet dander as well. And also if there's any smokers, too, that's something that it's hard for us to resell. And that's what we take everything is based on what it's going to resell. But I think another critical point, too, Kevin, about the ReStores is We've heard it too before, where people say, "Oh, is that the store for poor people?" And it is not. It is a store for everybody. We want all people coming in to shop there. It is a great store with surprisingly great deals. And the thing that you also have to remember too about the ReStore is we're getting new items in every single day. So for our listeners that might not be familiar with the store, our truck goes out every single day, Tuesday through Saturday, and picks up new items, as well as we're getting people dropping off at the store every single day. So things that you might walk in the store one day and not see anything you like, please keep coming back. We used to have some customers, they would come in every single day, and I asked them, I said, "Why are you coming every day?" And he goes, "Because I want to see what you got, because it changes every single day."
Mm-hmm. So walk me through, you're going out to these businesses, you're talking to them about the ReStores. What's the benefit you're selling to them about donating to us?
So in Habitat, one of the big things we're always looking for, it's one of our values, is a win-win. And it's natural for a business to say, "Hey, what's in it for me? What am I getting out of this?" Well, a couple things. One of the things that you're getting at is you're getting your warehouse space back. Most of the items that we're looking for are things that are what we call unwanted. They might be unwanted for the business, like that example with the kitchen cabinets where the customer changed their minds. So now that business has these 30 cabinets jamming up their warehouse space. So we can come in there for free. We do the donation pickup. You do get a donation receipt, so you get a little help on the taxes. And knowing that you're helping our mission, it's very important to be community involved. And I think when those donors, when they understand that piece of it too, and that's something that I stress every single day, that you are helping us to build homes, community, and hope. You're helping change people's lives simply by donating items that are unwanted in your business at that moment. And it's really important too. Once they donate once and they kind of understand how easy it is and what a benefit it is, and I make sure to thank each and every one of the donors, they want to do it again and again, and they get actively involved. You know, it's my favorite thing when I'm speaking to these folks and I'm telling them about the ReStore and how important it is and how critical our mission of building affordable housing is. And they want to be a part of it. And once they donate once, they're going to donate again.
And we, people aren't aware, but we pick up the items too. We're talking about a lot of times large items, heavy things. So we even take that aspect of that off the donor. We'll come to them when it's convenient to them, do the pickup. So helping, like you said, free up space. Maybe these are things they've been throwing out and incurring their own cost. So that's awesome that we're able to provide. It's not only helping us, but providing a service for them in many ways.
As well, that is a great point about the trash too. So we're also saving them trash fees as well. I've had it many times where people have said, "My gosh, I wish I would have known about you earlier because we just threw out a whole bunch of these items." So now we're saving it from the landfill and we're repurposing it and reselling it, which is great. And then in terms of the truck pickups too, our truck teams are terrific. Holly does a great job of scheduling everybody. The last couple of months, we have been 100% on time. And our guys do a great job. And we just added this benefit too, that our truck teams are allowed to go into the donors' homes on the first level to pick up items. So that's a critical update too. So we're very happy to service our residents in Newcastle County.
Awesome. So how have you seen, you've had this position with us now 2 years, I believe.
Right.
What's the difference you've seen since you started in this role?
Well, it's really interesting. We had some ups and downs. You know, it's the natural ebb and flow of business. In November, it was a real challenge too. I think there was a lot of economic uncertainty, and that was a challenge for me because I would go to talk to our regular donors, and some of them were like, you know, nobody's spending money. We're not getting the projects that we used to do, so I don't have that extra material for you. That's been economic factors too. They affect everybody and they affect the ReStore as well. And when businesses aren't doing well, they tend not to have the items that we're looking for. They just don't have it. Some of the guys, they would kind of sheepishly tell me, "I would love to help you, but I'm still trying to stay in business. I don't have anything to give you at this moment." But for the most part, procurement has always been about asking for folks and try to educate them about what Habitat's doing. It's a great venue to raise money. We're really thrilled to be helping out Habitat as best we can.
Awesome. So, what would you say to either a business or even a homeowner who's got some stuff? What would you say to them about considering to donate to us?
I would say, I think about this often, that the world is a crazy place. And I think most people are good and kind. And when you get that feeling of, I want to help, I want to do something, well, donating to us is super easy. You can go onto our website, habitatncc.org, and you can get a lot of information there about donating. Click on the ReStore tab, click on the Donate tab, and we can walk you through. You can schedule it online. You can see exactly what we're looking for. But I would tell those folks out there that are considering it, we are so blessed in this country. Most of us have plenty of things, and sometimes we have too many things. And as life changes, maybe you might have folks that maybe your kids have grown up and they've moved out, and you have an extra bedroom set that you're going to downsize. Consider donating to us, because what that's doing is you're helping us to fund our mission of building affordable housing. It's so critical, and all you have to do is just donate. We come and we pick the items up for free. We give you a donation receipt, and we also will give you a huge thank you and know that you are really helping those folks in need. Not all of us are blessed with affordable housing, and we are trying to help those folks that were left behind. Mm-hmm. So we are really, really counting on our donors to really continue to be generous for us. It's something that we rely on. It's what drives the ReStore is donations. We can't survive without it. So whether you're a business or a corporation, or whether you're just a straight resident, please consider donating to us. It is such a great cause. You can see the good work that Habitat does. Just be a part of it. And if you can't donate, if you don't have anything at the moment, please shop with us. That's another simple thing that you can do. You can shop in our stores, see the quality of goods that we have in there. Just by simply buying something in our stores is going to help us.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis. Dennis, our donation procurement coordinator, for helping people to hear how we solicit for donations and get donations to support our ReStores. Again, there's a ReStore in Price's Corner off of Kirkwood Highway, 3312 Seminole Avenue. And very soon, towards the end of September, we will be reopening our Middletown store in the Middletown Shopping Center. So again, thank you to everyone for listening to this episode of Hope, where housing opens possibilities everywhere. Join us on the 15th of every month for new episodes about how we are working to build homes, communities, and hope here in Newcastle County, Delaware. For more information about our ReStores and how to donate furniture, appliances, and a multitude of other items, visit the ReStore page on our website. And for more information about Habitat, visit www.habitancc.org.